the all-you-can-eat Texas Music Cafe boldly goes where commercial radio and television fear to tread. So kick up your heels for another exciting episode from the all-you-can-eat Texas Music Cafe.
Hi, welcome to episode 2 of Country Blues Songwriter Series. We are so pleased with the lineup we have this evening. Episode 1 was great, and we can't wait to show you what we have in store for you this evening. We're going to start off with STUMBLIN, JAXON.
Thank you. I want to thank everybody for being here, and I can speak for all three of us that it's really nice to play for a place where people actually listen to what you're doing. It doesn't happen many places. This is a song that started when I lived in Robinson, and I was driving Moonlight Drive over to Hewitt to see my then girlfriend, who I've now been married to for 30 years. I was driving down Moonlight Drive and looked up, and the moon was in that phase where it looks like a smile hanging in the sky. And that's where the first line came from. Well, chasing the Cheshire Cat down Moonlight Drive, crossing 35 to the other side, flying past the cornfield, left just past the park, turned into the driveway and the dogs begin to bark. Oh, babe, you know I'm home. Disconnect that telephone. Oh, babe, you know it's true. I don't love no one but you. Birds in the river, fish in the trees. I'm in love up to my knees. Oh my God, it's flooding, love up to my neck. You know I think I'm drowning, I'm a loving, soaking wreck. Oh babe, you know it's true. I don't love no one but you. Oh babe, let's you and me jelly roll from sea to sea. Jelly roll. I don't know, but I've been told true love is better than gold. Gold upon her finger, golden ring on mine. That's my favorite finger. You can have the other 9. Oh, babe, let's you and me jelly roll from sea to sea. Oh, babe, what's wrong with me? I got love in the first degree. See you later on down the line. I gotta go see that woman of mine. She got ways to make me wanna scream and shout. I'm a loving bottle and she can pour me out. Oh babe, what's wrong with me? I got love in the first degree. Oh babe, tell me true. You love me too. Thank you.
Well, it's good to see everybody. That's my first time here playing in Waco. I grew up in Dallas, Texas. My name is Season Ammons, and my parents were hippies. Season is my first real name, and people ask me all the time, is that's your real name or your stage name? And, yeah, growing up in Dallas, I left home, moved to Nashville when I was 19, and I loved living in Nashville. I wanted to move to the songwriting capital of the world. I wanted to just embody songwriting. And went to the School of Hard Knocks there. I loved it. And I also met my ex-husband there. And while I loved Nashville, I really, you know, with Memphis just being a few hours away, I found myself in Memphis quite a bit, and really was drawn to the blues scene there. And, you know, I eventually, you know, I ended up, you know, getting divorced, and it's all good, it's fine. It ended up being okay for both of us. But at the time when I got divorced, there was that moment of like when I realized that it was really, really over, and it hit pretty hard. And so this was the song I wrote around that time. It's called "Raining in Memphis." There was something in the way he said goodbye that day. It didn't feel right. And then he let go of my embrace. He turned quickly away. I couldn't see his face. But underneath his breath, I swear, I heard him whisper, I don't care anyways. So what's the use, I guess? I can't find happiness in this place. It's always raining in Memphis. Always raining in Memphis. Won't somebody take the blues out of the blues and help me pick up the pieces? So I watched him walk away. There wasn't anything left to say, it didn't feel right. But I longed for his embrace. I so desperately yearned to feel his face. But after all is said and done, I know that I'm the only one to blame. So what's the use, I guess? I can't find happiness anyways. It's always raining in Memphis. Always raining in Memphis. Won't somebody take the blues out of the blues and help me pick up the pieces? It's always raining in Memphis. Always raining in Memphis. Won't somebody take the blues out of the blues and help me pick up the pieces? It's always raining in Memphis.
Somebody want to come get this off of me? Because I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to do this now. That was incredible. That's the real deal right there, y'all. Wow, good job. I put these strings on here today, and I'm gonna do a song about drunkenness. So it might be just as well if they don't tune up, but I hope they do. That's the idea. Maybe put them on. I don't know. Sometimes I get in a hurry and do things backwards. Oops. When I wrote this song, a lot of people in my life, me to a large extent, but some people in my life were just really in a very bad way with their what they were putting in their body, alcohol and stuff like that. And so I wrote this song about us all. Because if you're a songwriter, you should put yourself in the song, you know. So I wrote this song about some people that are very close to me that I care about immensely. So drink it up, 'cause there's plenty. A million's never enough, but one's too many. Pour it down, 'cause you'll never run out. You could drink to your heart's content. If you don't drown, if you're still thirsty, after all you've had to drink, maybe you could sip from another cup. If you're still thirsty after drinking from the well, then and only then would I give up and walk away and leave the two of you to yourself. I don't think you'll find peace of mind, 'cause the spirit that you're looking for, it's not the bottled kind. You stare at the glass day after day. Drink your demons under the table, but the devil won't wash away. If you're still thirsty after all you've had to drink, maybe you could sip from another cup. If you're still thirsty after drinking from the well, then and only then would I give up and walk away and leave the two of you to yourself. Milk and honey mixed with wine, it's not from the promised land, it's a poisonous vine. And today, this one's your first. You could drink till the Jordan runs dry, but you're never gonna quench your thirst if you're still thirsty after all you've had to drink. Maybe you could sip from another cup. If you're still thirsty after drinking from the well, then and only then would I give up and walk away and leave the two of you to yourself. If you're still thirsty after drinking from the well, then and only then would I give up, walk away and leave the two of you to yourself. Thank you. I'll tune it now.
Sounds good. I was living in Austin in the 70s, and that's about the time I decided I wanted to learn to play the guitar. And I had a lot of friends in Austin that were in bands, and I learned pretty quickly that if you have 4 musicians together, one of them's going to screw everything up. There's going to be one that can't show up on time, or one that can't show up sober, or one that thinks he's the leader of the band. Yeah. I was never in a band. I actually learned from the people that lived next to me in Clarksville. They'd have a rehearsal at night, and I'd leave and go get a beer or something and come back, and the house would be standing open, and there'd be bent microphone stands and stuff, and they'd been having fist fights. So I decided to play solo. Well, the best examples of solo guitar players I could find played in the 20s. Blind Blake, Mississippi John Hurt, and that's who I tried to learn from. But I've never picked cotton, so I write songs about other things. And this is about something that you can see in the back of a comic book to this day, more than likely. They have novelties for sale in the back of the magazine, back of the comic book. My favorite was always X-ray glasses. I actually have a pair. Me and my cousin out of the barn, we were reading comic books and doing no harm. Tucker said, Jimmy, take a look at this. Gotta get a pair of these X-ray specs. Said X-ray glasses, man, they hip. X-ray glasses, what a trip. Lets you see with X-ray eyes. Gives you the advantage over other guys. Selling bottles and mowing lawns. We had $1.35 before long. Sent it off in the usual way and waited by the mailbox every day. In the mail, they were really cool. The very next day was Sunday school. Good morning to you, Miss Cynthia, and you could see all the way to the promised land. I said X-ray glasses, man, they're in. X-ray glasses see bones through skin. Lets you see through clothing to amaze your friends with the things you do. Teacher got Tucker by the ear. She said, we don't allow that stuff in here. X-ray glasses is a crying shame. I'm gonna give the preacher both of your names. Preacher said, boys, I can see in your hearts you're not really bad, though you got rough parts. I can see right through both of you, 'cause I've got X-ray glasses too. I said X-ray glasses, man, I'm hip. X-ray glasses, what a trip. Lets me see with X-ray eyes. Gives me the advantage over other guys. You know, the choir don't wear much under those robes. I can see right through your father's wallet. Where'd your mother get that tattoo anyway? Thank you.
Makes me want to get a pair of X-ray glasses.
To tell you the truth, they don't work.
Right. It's all about the imagination, though, right? Sparking imagination, yeah. Love it. That would be cool. Won't be long, though, I bet.
Yeah.
Before it's a reality. And then we'll do an X-ray glasses show. Yeah, that would be fun.
I like the idea of just like, because I have the artificial lenses, I like that idea.
Right? Yeah, let's do it. I think I'm gonna do this tune. It's a fun little blues number. It's on one of my last records. which I have vinyl. I brought vinyl for those of you who collect vinyl. I have a red vinyl. One of these records, this song I'm going to do off of, I recorded it in London over at Abbey Road Studios, and this vinyl is red. It's really super cool. And then my latest album, the other one, it's a smoky swirl vinyl, but yeah, for all you vinyl heads out there. This song is called Desperately in Love.
Baby, have pity on me. I think you really done it. I can't barely breathe. I can't turn my back on it. There's something going on. I know you feel it too. Yeah, I'm so desperate, baby. Desperately in love with you. Baby, what you doing to me? Got no way to describe it. I can't barely breathe. I can't turn my back on it. There's something going on. I know you feel it too. Yeah, I'm so desperate, baby. Desperately in love with you. Yeah, I'm so desperate. You got me singing the blues. I'm so desperate. I got nothing to lose. I'm so desperate. You got me down on my knees. You got me begging, pleading, baby, baby, pretty. Woo! Please, oh yeah. Baby, what you doing to me? Got no way to describe it. I can barely breathe. I can't turn my back on it. There's something going on. I know you feel it too. Yeah, I'm so desperate, baby. Desperately in love with you. Yeah, I'm so desperate. You got me singing the blues. I'm so desperate. I got nothing to lose. I'm so desperate. You got me down on my knees. You got me begging, pleading, baby, baby, pretty. Woo! Please. Oh, I'm so desperate. I'm so desperate. Yeah, you got me so desperate, baby. Yeah. Oh, oh yeah. You got me desperate. Oh, desperate. Oh yeah. You got me. You got me. You got me. Hey. Woo! So desperate, baby. Yeah.
Wrote this song about I'm all suddenly I'm on a mental health binge for whatever reason. But I wrote this song about addiction, and this might be I'm gonna have to get a different posture for this one, but and I sang it live for the first time on a Friday night, and I made the mistake of looking at the person that I wrote it about. It's just that long. That person came over and said, "Did you write that song about me?" And because I wasn't much better off at that time, I went, "No, I would never be honest with you, you know." And so I should have just said, "Well, yeah, I did." And but like those kinds of songs, hopefully it will say something to you. This is called "Runaway Train." She goes 100 miles an hour down that one-way track. That train ain't taking her nowhere, but it's taking her fast. She's going nowhere. She's going nowhere. She's going nowhere on a runaway train. She thought that long wide rail would take her to a better place. When you get this close to hell, the monkey on your back is the devil in your face. She's going nowhere. She's going nowhere. She's going nowhere on a runaway train. She said her daddy used to tell her the cleaner, sweeter time. Not the train you're born, girl. Girl, that's how you ride. She's going nowhere. She's going nowhere. She's going nowhere on a runaway train. That's a lot easier on electric, so y'all come out and see me do that on electric one day.
Thank you, Rodney. So one of the cool things about being in a small little venue like this, you get to be intimate with the artist. And, you know, the Singer-Songwriter Nights is in a series that we do here. We want to get to know the talent. Let's get to know you. We're going to do a little Q&A. If you guys have some questions, let me know. But I'm going to start off with, so, Season, this one is for you. You know, you talked about at 19, you just took off for Nashville. That is so awesome. So I got to ask you a question. As a child, did you play in a band? Did you have a girl gang? I mean, like, what was your music influence as a kid, like, that took you that way, you know, that direction?
Well, so I actually was extremely shy growing up, and I didn't actually find my voice until I was about 14 years old. I got a keyboard around the age of 12, 13, and started, you know, and I was drawn to music as a kid. Like, I was emotionally drawn to music, you know, at a young age. It moved me, and I knew that 5-year-olds weren't crying over the Beatles, you know, Let It Be, things like that. But so I eventually got into choir, found my voice, and got a guitar in my hands, and I realized that I had this gift for writing, and it became sort of like my solace. I mean, it was a way to express myself and sort of get out of my shell. And you know, I just decided at 17 that I knew everything, and so I moved out of my house, and I was very headstrong. And then right after graduation, I decided that I would move to Nashville because it was a hard thing. It was like I just knew that making such a huge move, it was like go big or go home. And I was just like, because I had a lot of people go, why don't you move to Austin, right? Because that's just a few hours from Dallas. You can move to Austin. And I was like, that's not big enough. Like, I want to go where I don't know anybody. I have no friends, no family. And it seemed like this grand adventure. And I knew that if I didn't go, that I would regret it for the rest of my life. And so I'm glad I went. I mean, I was a kid. I didn't know anything, but I wanted to learn. I wanted to be a sponge, and I knew it would be hard and it would be adventurous, and that's why I went.
That's cool. I know that Stumblin has a interesting, like, his journey to where you are sitting now. So kind of walk us through that path if you have a moment, please.
I took classical piano lessons as a kid, and when I left home, the little electronic keyboards hadn't been invented yet. So I picked up guitar because you could carry it around with you. It's a little difficult to carry acoustic piano around with you. And I went to Baylor. I got out of Baylor and I went to Austin. And you know, you have to have a guitar to live in Austin. It's like a required. And I started writing there. I lived in housing co-op for a while, lived in a little shack in Clarksville for a while. My rent in Clarksville was $50 a month, all bills paid.
Ooh.
And came back here and been playing the guitar ever since. As far as the name Stumblin' Jackson, my wife and I went to the Kerrville Folk Festival for years and years. And it's an 18-day festival. And the best part of the festival is after the shows are over, you sit around campfires and swap original songs. And I was sitting around a campfire, a very historic campfire, because it's right behind the stage. And you know that Townes Van Zandt and Guy Clark and people like that have sat around that campfire before. And we were talking about a joke that made the rounds when the internet first started. It was Where You Get Your Blues Name. And it was a play on the name Blind Lemon Jefferson, who, by the way, was like the greatest blues man of the 20s, and he's buried outside of Wortham. You can go visit his grave, which I've done. We've played at the first Blind Lemon Jefferson Blues Festival. So this place where the campfire is really rocky, and we were passing around a bottle of scotch. The way you get your blues name, the first name is some kind of disability, because most of those guys are like Blind Lemon Jefferson, Blind Blake, Cripple Clarence Clofton, however you pronounce that. And the middle name needs to be a fruit because it was Blind Lemon Jefferson. He actually spelled it with 2 M's rather than 1, but his record company spelled it with 1. So, and your last name should be a president, Blind Lemon Jefferson. So the fact that I ended up Stumblin' Jackson came from all those rocks around the campfire in the dark and a bottle of scotch.
Love it. I love it. I'm not going to let you go. You're going to have to say something, too. You're going to have to tell us. You know, how,
story. That was great.
Yeah. How did you get to where you're at? Like, what was your music journey?
What happened to traumatize me along the way?
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Well, I guess, I was about 9 or something. Everyone in my family is musical, pretty much. Or at least I have like 30-something cousins, first cousins. Yeah. Because old people come from large families, and a lot of musical people, a lot of people that could sing harmony well, a lot of country music, some folk music, but mostly country, and a lot of hymns and stuff like that. So I always had heard roots music, and my household was country, and my mom, she got me a guitar. I got a little acoustic guitar when I was about 9, and I didn't do much with it, and then, went a couple years, and then I was in special ed, so I don't know, I might have been 15, but I was in 5th grade, and it was the last day of school, and this kid brought a guitar for show and tell. And I was like, Johnny, let me play your guitar. His name was Johnny Walker. I go, let me play your guitar. He's like, okay, cool, It's like, because he didn't play, and the teacher was like, oh, my God, because, she's thinking this guy's going to, because I was a spaz, man. And she's like, he's going to break this guitar. So, I'm a little kid. I'm like, she goes, I'll let you play the guitar when we go up for recess, because special ed kids go to recess last hour of the day, so they don't get killed on the way home, basically. So I grabbed the guitar, and I'm like, No. I'll grab the guitar. She goes, well, show me what you have. And I went, this land is your land. And I could do that at 10, or whatever age I was. Yeah. And I didn't know it then, but I do now because I've experienced enough to know that she basically went, well, you have to understand, at some point in that, I won't go into much detail, but during that year, things between us got physical. And I ended up kind of getting upper hand on that deal, but we became friends, and I ended up learning from her. And I think what went through her mind, because she was young, but if she's smart, what went through her mind was, oh my God, I had this kid for a year, and I missed that he has a gift, you know? Yeah. So within the next couple of years, I was playing as much as I could, contests, making up bands, playing for my friends, you know, they get together, and I, try to be the Stones, and I never could get all the words until it's when I started getting calls, to play when I was probably 14. Because I don't believe in writing songs. I believe in writing the song that says exactly what you're trying to say. Because there are cute songs and there are songs that save lives. And so over the last 5 years, right before COVID, I kind of had a little stint where I didn't write much. So I doubled down and wrote about 15 or 20 songs or something, maybe 12 of them keepers. Every one of those I wrote the lyrics first. And I didn't touch a guitar until I was so impressed with my first 2 lines that I thought, I got to keep going. So lately, I'm more of a lyrics first guy, put music to it. But not after it's completed, just like somewhere in the process, I'm like, this is worth continuing, and then I grab an instrument. So.
Very cool. Well, I think it's...
Usually for me, it's a combination of all of the above. Sometimes a melody will come to my mind, almost like I'm tuning into an AM radio. So I'll hear a melody, and within that melody, like words will kind of start forming, and then I might pick up a guitar, and if there's things going on in my life, they'll just naturally kind of pour out. Sometimes I don't even know what the song is about until it's on the page, and then I'm like, oh wow, this is about whatever. But also for me, it can be like filling out like a crossword puzzle. Like I see it in my brain, and it's like, and melody it drives everything for me. So like if it's like da, 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 a melody, I know that it's got 8 syllables in it, and it's like usually I do what I call scrambled egg writing, which is where I'm scatting or I'm like mouthing words just to get the melody out, and within that melody there's phrasing, and so then I might get a word at the end, and then I can fill it in like a crossword puzzle and fill it in, and then I know my rhyme scheme, and then it sort of all goes into place. But it's not like a mechanical thing. It's almost just like a thing that happens to me. Other times the song will just be there, the lyrics, the melody, everything, and I write a song and it comes through me. I'm not actually writing it. It takes me like 20 minutes to write it, and it's done, and then I step back and go, where did that come from? And it's a pretty awesome thing when that happens. So
Love it. Well, it's like we're back up, so we're going to let STUMBLIN kind of give his little, and then he can get back to music. Thank you, everybody.
That was kind of a nice segue into this song, because I was thinking, what am I going to play tonight? And I decided to dig up a song I'd pretty near forgotten about, because I don't ever play it where people are drinking beer or anything, because nobody will listen to it. But some songs you just start and they come through you. They aren't yours, they come through you. And this was one of those. I read an article about a thing called the Run to the Wall, which is motorcyclists from all over the country go to the Vietnam War Memorial and on this particular day and appreciate those that didn't come back. And I thought, a lot of those guys didn't come back, left behind wives, and they also left behind Harley-Davidson motorcycles. And the engine they probably would have had in their bike would have been a panhead. It's going to take me a second to get rolling with this because it's been so long. Oh, almost made a mistake I've made before. Told you we played around campfires at the Kerrville Folk Festival. Well, I played this at a campfire one year, but I didn't bother to tell anybody it was written from a woman's point of view. And people, I got some pretty strange looks. So this is from a woman's point of view, a widow. My friends, they all dared me to ask him for a ride. No, I told you it'd take me a second. I was 17 when I met him. Seems like yesterday. My friends, they all dared me to ask him for a ride. And we rode down the highway, me holding on behind. Me, my bright future, and that panhead 59. We were married by the highway, wildflowers all around. My sister caught the bouquet. Our friends all wished us well, and we rode down the highway, me holding on behind. Me, my new husband, and that panhead 49. When the letter came that morning, I knew he had to go. He swore he'd be coming home from that foreign shore, and we'd ride down the highway, me holding on behind. Me, my proud soldier, and that panhead 59. Oh, they tell me there's a wall that bears my soldier's name, and I think I'll go and visit my soldier one last time, and we'll ride down the highway. He's always on my mind. Me, my sweet memories, and that panhead 59. And we'll ride down the highway. He's always on my mind. Me, my sweet memories, and his panhead 59. Thank you.
I never did actually say it. But it's implied. That's good writing, man. You implied what happened.
That was one of those songs that took 15 minutes, and I wasn't there for it.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's this next song is that too. It just kind of moved through me. I was, after the pandemic, I think we were all in this like rock bottom, like emotionally, physically, financially. I think we were all kind of devastated in one way or the other. And personally for me, I mean, it's like, yeah, being a musician, that was crazy. And I had, gotten out of this abusive relationship, and I was emotionally broken, physically broken. I was just pretty bad off, and kind of having to start over again. And I was having this moment of it's like prayer and meditation and just sort of sitting there with the reality of where I was in my life. And, the still small voice of God had said, this too shall pass. And I was like, I kind of went like, really, God? I was like, that's so clear. I'm like, that's all you got for me? Like, this too shall pass? I'm like, ugh. But, and then I sat there with it, and I was like, okay. And it was just like sitting with this level of acceptance. And I was like, yeah, it's like a storm. Like, you have to sit through it. You have to sit through the storm. And there it was, the storm. It wrote itself. Within half an hour, this song landed on the page. And I finally got a chance to record it up in Nashville, and it's my latest single.
I can't outrun the storm, so I guess I'll just wait it out. Lean into the wind, dance in the rain. I can't deny the lightning. Thunder is ringing in my ears. Nowhere to hide. Take shelter from the pain. So let it rain. Let it flood. Let it wash away traces of everything I thought I was. Let it rain, let it pour. Let it be what it will be. I can't outrun the storm. The damage is done, so I guess I'll just patch it up. Learn how to rebuild, make a new start. Some pieces are missing, but it's not the end of the world. It's never too late to mend up my heart. So let it break, let it fall, let it knock down all of the bricks that held up my wall. Let it break, let it come undone. Let it be what it will be. The damage is done. I can't outrun the storm, so I guess I'll just wait it out. Look for the sun at the break of dawn. There's a bright silver lining. I'm not fighting anymore. Let it be what it will be. I can't outrun the storm. Let it be what it will be. I can't outrun the storm.
Movie, I'm over here hoping nobody sees me like that. I take my 16-year-old to the movie the other day to see, I was like, forgot the movie, but they had an animated character, and she's like, I cried. I go, really? And I'm over there trying to hide it from her, you know. Let me tune up one more time while we're talking, while I'm telling you the story. This song I've not done. Actually, I'm trying to remember even where it was. This week I played this song for the first time, but I'm going to kind of debut this song right here. Kind of wrote it right after that COVID thing, whatever that was. And just kind of how I feel about things. It's just, you know, songwriters are a lot of times we're just writing our worldview, you know. That's all we're doing. So here's mine. I'm sorry, y'all. I played from Austin to Spokane, Big Apple down to Birmingham. And I don't know what's wrong with the country. San Diego to the Black Hills, Laredo to the Catskills. And I don't know what's wrong with the country. If you put God and family first, I don't know what could be wrong with the country. When you treat your neighbor the way you want to be treated, there won't be a thing wrong with the country. Niagara Falls, Jacksonville, back up to St. Paul. And I don't know what's wrong with the country. And Anchorage down to New Orleans, places I've forgotten, all points in between. And I still don't know what's wrong with the country. You put God and family first, I don't know what could be wrong with the country. When you treat your neighbor the way you want to be treated, there won't be a thing wrong with the country. Put God, family first, I don't know what could be wrong with the country. You treat your neighbor the way you want to be treated, I don't know what could be wrong with the country. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I have written one country song in my life, so I'll play it. We do that tuning thing for a second. Y'all familiar with Merle Travis? Wrote 9 Pound Hammer and all that. He said when you write songs, you start with the last line so you know where you're going. You ever heard that?
I have heard that.
it's good advice that I've never taken. Yes, that lady's married, but we're just real good friends. Jesus knows about it, so there's no point in telling him it's a losing situation. We both know it's wrong. Well, it's not the same old story, but it's one more cheating song. Well, heaven's all around her, hell's when she's not there. I like to tell the world she's mine, but I don't dare. We're just waiting out the game we play to see who's gonna lose. Hand in hand on a dead-end highway, singing harmony to the blues. Loving's just a gamble, you ante up your heart. But if you're cheating someone, you're a loser from the start. Even if the odds were doubled, I know I'd go along for a walk on a dead-end highway and one more cheating song. Well, life is like a cheating song, when everything you do feels right, but it's all wrong. And I know that the bottom line's an empty bottle and a broken mind, but I just can't seem to make myself heed the warning signs. No, I just can't seem to make myself heed the warning signs.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to debut a new song too. I don't have this one recorded yet because it's new, but you know, it's quite the life, living on the road and being a touring musician and all those things. There's some, you know, get to see some awesome places, and you know, it's pretty cool. But there's nothing like coming home and to that certain someone. The song is called "In My Baby's Arms."
Been through the Rockies on my way to South Utah. Got high in Seattle, stood at the edge of Niagara Falls. I even seen Sedona, spent the night in Joshua Tree. Busking the streets for dollars way down in New Orleans. But my favorite place in the whole wide world is in my baby's arms. I've traveled the roads near and far, and I hate when we're apart. He's got me wrapped around his finger, Lord knows he got my heart. Yeah, my favorite place in the whole wide world is in my baby's arms. I've driven by the Hollywood sign on up to the Redwood Air. I got drunk in Chicago, woke up in Central Square. The beaches of Biloxi ain't got nothing on the Emerald Coast. From San Antonio to Music Row, just playing the dues I owe. But my favorite place in the whole wide world is in my baby's arms. I've traveled the roads near and far, and I hate when we're apart. He's got me wrapped around his finger. Lord knows he got my heart. Yeah, my favorite place in the whole wide world is in my baby's arms. And I love the open road, and the blacktop fuels my soul. But no matter how far I roam, well, it's his heart that's always calling me home. Yeah, my favorite place in the whole wide world is in my baby's arms. I've traveled the roads near and far, and I hate when we're apart. He's got me wrapped around his finger. Lord knows he got my heart. Yeah, my favorite place in the whole wide world is in my baby's arms. In my baby's arms. In my baby's arms. Right where I belong. In my baby's arms, right where I belong. In my baby's arms.
I had fun. Really enjoyed your lyrics. Are great. I've had a lot of fun. I've learned a lot. I think you're an amazing singer, but it's 2 compliments. I love your voice also. Thank you. Good Lord. Keep doing it. You're blessing people. So
Pretty good guitar player, too.
thank you, brother. I'm trying. But I'm lucky to be doing it, you know. I had a pretty bad accident a couple of years ago, so I just do what I can and, you know, give the rest away. So this song is a song, you get to this point and you're like, what song should I do, right? You're like, do I do my favorite one or do I do one that I think will hit the best, you know, what do you do? So I'm going to do this song that I do, wrote about my little hometown. Well, I was raised where the Gulf water meets the Brazos. They say that means the arms of God in Spanish. And it gets so hot in the summertime. You see the steam coming from a honeysuckle vine. You pray for rain. And it always came just in time. Waterfalls and moss flows from the tree, hypnotizing as it sways in the breeze. Well, spending my days on Surfside, I get caught up in that riptide on the water highway, where I'd play my nights away. But even if I rode that muddy water south, got out on the banks of the mountain, at the city of enchantment by the sea. There's nothing there for me but memories, 'cause home ain't where it used to be. I was raised where the Gulf water meets the Brazos. Bayou water runs thick as molasses, and the air so thick in the springtime. Magnolia still on my mind, and the rain, and how it always came just in time. But even if I roll that muddy water south and got out on the banks of the mountain, at the city of enchantment by the sea, there's nothing there for me but memories, 'cause home ain't where it used to be. Even if I roll that muddy water south and got out on the banks of the mountain, at the city of enchantment by the sea, there's nothing there for me but memories, 'cause home ain't where it used to be. In the city of enchantment by the sea, there's nothing there for me but memories, 'cause home ain't where it used to be. I was raised with a cup, water means to brass it.
Very, very nice. We're going to give it up one more time.